sports coverage of the National Football League welcomes you to South America and one of the world's most populous cities, vibrant Sao Paulo, in the southeast region of Brazil. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. On the Kansas City sideline, a familiar face, Andy Reid. Across from him, Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh. This guy's come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Cameron Dicker set to start it. Off we go on a Week 1 Friday from Brazil. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the three-time Super Bowl MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, a new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
And the first down,
They go play action with Mahomes. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
Second and 10.
From the shotgun. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
That's just got to be a really deflating way to start this game, Mike. I mean, you work on this opening script all week long with the expectation that you're going to start fast, and then you come out early, careless with the ball, they knock it loose and create the early takeaway.
So here come the Chargers, and it's year 6 and year 2 for Justin Herbert, Greg. It's year 2 with Jim Harbaugh, but the 6th season for the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. And it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
He'll push forward for about a yard. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
Gain on the play. And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Trying the right side now is Hampton. Trying to find someplace to go, but nothing developing. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up
Lost
2nd
1
and
on
11.
the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Herbert. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He's got his tight end, Delonte gets in the 2nd. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line.
17 yards. And the Chargers first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. This is caught at 2. And the Chargers going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
That's another Chargers first down.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line, 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many?
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Omarion Hampton, touchdown LA. For Hampton, the rookie's going to want to hold on to that one. First touchdown of his young career.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and it's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Greg, you step back, such an appreciation for this continued, consistent excellence. 3 straight Super Bowls, 15-2 in the first-round bye last year. Of course, the loss to Philadelphia in the Super Bowl. But maybe this sustained excellence is what we need to appreciate about what Kansas City is in the middle of right now.
Absolutely. And it's so true, Michael. We get wrapped up in the Super Bowl wins, the losses, the ups and downs. And in a league that's really trying to prevent this very thing from happening, right? They want parity. They want new teams in the midst. They're almost doing this in spite of the way the league is organized. And I think that's the part we have to sit back and just appreciate. And it's their ability to continue to change their identity. They go from a pass-heavy offense with Mahomes, then they become defensive-led with this young defense and Steve Spagnuolo. So it's their ability to continue to adapt and to change to whatever their circumstances are. They are such a tough out, and until told otherwise, Mike, you have to consider the AFC runs through Kansas City.
They're going to work this down inside the 45. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They get 25 on that connection, and the Chiefs have a first down.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the pickup.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Rice. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
Complete to Rashid Rice.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. That is the 9-time Pro Bowler Khalil Mack. He's got his first sack of the season here early in Week 1. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Greg, this was one of the good turnarounds last year. Chargers 6 games better than a year before as Jim Harbaugh came in and started maybe a new era in Chargers football.
Well, doesn't it just seem like when there's these coaching changes, you kind of take a look at the roster, you take a look at the circumstances of the year prior that led to the previous coach being let go, and you say, how many wins are built in? You look at the quarterback, you look at the roster, and you say, if a big-time coach came in and just got them a little more organized, where are the built-in wins? And I'll tell you, the Chargers, that's exactly what we saw last year. Jim Harbaugh, he has a reputation of winning everywhere he goes at all levels of football, and it doesn't hurt that he's got his franchise quarterback at center. So it's a great situation, great coach, great quarterback. Now just continue to build a roster that not only can make the playoffs, but now you got to go and contend for a Super Bowl.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We are through 1. The Chargers out to the early lead. We'll have more more from South America and beautiful Sao Paulo after this. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter. They'll come up here first and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. That is left side and taken in by Allen. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and a yard. Jetson trying to work inside. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now you're looking at third down.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up third and 1.
They'll try to sneak it here. And not much there. The defense held to no gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
From the 39, here's a first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Play action now. It's Herbert. That is into the hands of Allen downfield. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot, see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
And it's going to be first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
Chargers, first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Throwing now is Herbert. He pulls it in around the 5. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively and bring him down for no gain.
Gain on the play.
Another
Leads
one
to
from the 5. Second down
at the
and goal.
5-yard line.
Run between the tackles for Hampton. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Omarion Hampton. Touchdown Chargers. And what an opener it has been for this rookie. That's now his second touchdown here in week 1. Kicker now for the extra point. His kick is good. Chargers extend their advantage to 14-3.
Chargers 14. Chiefs play.
After the touchdown, here's Ticker out to send this one away.
For the Chargers.
Here's Smith to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Greg, everyone looks forward to this week 1 opener, but to have it so far away from home in Brazil, what kind of impact is that on the players as they get ready for the season?
I think on one hand, the NFL is such a routine, right? The guys all have their habits, they have their routines, they have kind of their weekly schedule leading up to game day, but I think because this is week 1, Mike, and you can back into some of the travel, you can alter some of your training camp practices and whatnot leading up to the week 1 opener, I actually think it's kind of cool. I love that the game's going global. I love that they're moving these games to different cities around the world. As we continue to see the interest in the NFL grow, I think we're going to continue to see games played outside of the United States. The players love it. The fans love it. I just think it's great for the entire brand of the NFL.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. Out to Brown, right side, complete. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for a Chiefs first down.
Chiefs.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And Mahomes as smart as they come. Hits the deck, but he's got the first down.
Chiefs.
On the ground, this is Hunt. will be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on first down. A pickup of 7.
Mahomes at the 18-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and
Mahomes
3.
looking to throw on second down. That's taken in by Kareem Hunt. And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
At the 2-yard
That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up first and goal. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He brought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. That is a Dafe Owe, working his way in to register his first sack of the new season. Now from the 7, it's second and goal. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs are back within 4. It is 14-10.
Chiefs 10.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here's Darius Davis to return. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense and Omarion Hampton getting set for their next possession. Greg, you take a step back and look at the AFC West big picture. This is historic stuff. Chiefs are going for a 10th straight division title. But you have to remember, 2 other teams in this division won double-digit games last year. So the question is, are the Chargers and the Broncos that far behind Kansas City?
You know, it sounds crazy. When you mentioned 9 in a row, you think, oh, they're just going to continue to run away with it. But I'm actually fascinated by this division. I think LA and Denver are a lot closer to this year's version of Kansas City. Maybe then there's a lot of talk about around the rest of the league. So until someone beats them, you'd be crazy to not pick Kansas City. But last year it was a 4-game and a 5-game spread between them. I think this year, come down the stretch, that spread is going to be a lot tighter.
No, Greg, I'm thinking if I'm a fan or even in the front office for the Chargers or the Broncos or the Raiders, do I build my team to try to knock off the king of the hill? Because you only play Kansas City 2 of those 17 games. So how do you factor that into your construction?
Yeah, I think it's such a great point. It's really fascinating to dive into. And while I wouldn't necessarily build my roster to just beat Kansas City or to just beat whoever you view as the top team in the division, you do want to find some commonalities among your 3 division opponents and make sure you are built to play within your division. That's 6 of the 17. Winning the division gets you home playoff games. There's a lot on the line when you win your division and compete for that title. So, yes, every team has to build their roster. If you have a bunch of really good quarterbacks, you better be able to rush the passer and play pass coverage. If you're playing a lot of ground and pound, big running backs, you better be really good on the inside in defense and be able to defend the run. So there's themes across every division, and the teams that are built to compete within the division are usually the teams that find themselves in the playoffs.
And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on 3rd down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Get across the 20, mark them at 22. Eagles offense. Let's see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They find themselves trailing 17 to 10 now. They come up with first down and 10. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. Now a carry for Hunt. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he is stopped at the 35-yard line.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Kansas City.
Now, Mahomes. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Mahomes back. That's into the hands of Worthy.
Mahomes pass.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up third down.
Here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there.
Incomplete.
And it's going to be fourth down. On fourth down, it's Matt Ariza to punt for KC. Back deep is Darius Davis. That one going to land a little too close to the goal line. Doesn't stop into the end zone. It's a touchdown. The Chargers offense and Omari and Hampton getting set for their next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward quickly on the ground. About 7.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
So the two teams head for their respective locker rooms. We head to Orlando. Scott Hansen has our halftime report. Scott.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bite of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Chargers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchdown. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked the touchback, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Drew Tranquil. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
off the play fake. Here's Mahomes. And it's over the middle and caught by Rice. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down. Here's a run with Hunt. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 8. Throwing now, Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one, and down he goes. Khalil Mack. He works his way in to record the 2nd sack of his young career.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to. And certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Taken down at the 19-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Rice open, he's got it. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal, Kansas City.
And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
And he's in! Touchdown, KC!
Touchdown, Kansas City.
For the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This taken at the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Chargers offense about ready to take over once more. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him. Devontae Adams. He's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Devontae Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great sign.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
On first down, it's Mahomes. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
87, Travis Kelsey. It's a gain of 10. First down.
Going back to the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And we'll knock him down just shy of the 40. Back-to-back gains of 10 yards.
It's a gain of 10.
Back-to-back first downs.
Kansas City.
So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he searches for a gain of about 5. From the 44 now, here's second and 4.
Brings up second and 5.
Now, Mahomes. Oh, loose football. And no turnover here. The Cards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Davis to return it. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. You know, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Okay, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals. You got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument that they're on the team that Joe Burrow was the best player. He was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense now. New defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? They just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense. I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game. Late. This is third down. In the middle, and he's got his man complete. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. He continues to come up with these third down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Herbert. He'll find Hampton out of the backfield. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up third.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in.
That's interference.
That might
Defense.
make this a first down. To throw, it's Herbert. Aside, he's got the tight end Disley. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Second and 4 at the Chiefs.
They'll go with Hanson. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal, trying to finish up this drive with a touchdown.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Chargers first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Herbert takes the lead, decides to pull out, and he will take it in himself. Justin Herbert, touchdown Los Angeles. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers will go up by 7.
Chiefs 17.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. On the return, here's Isaiah Pacheco. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Chiefs offense with Rasheed Rice set to take over once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, that paid great dividends to this point. First down throw, Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
First down, Chiefs.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds. So, from 37, here's second and 8.
A gain of 2.
Throwing is Mahomes. That's complete outside to Worthy. He'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Here's first and 10.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
And Xavier Worthy. A 6-yard pickup. Brings up
Handoff here, up the middle. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough. Move the chain. First down.
38-yard line. A gain of 7. First down, Kansas City.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. First and 10 for Mahomes. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Down at the 12. It's first and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. A powerful run just shy of the goal line, but he has picked up the first down. It is first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the pile forward. He's not going to get in. They stop him up short. From back at the 2 now, here's second and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
They put Kelsey in motion. point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? You're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball.
The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chargers offense and Omari and Hampton getting set for their next possession. Here is 1st and 10. Throwing now is Herbert. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout.
First down.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. This is intercepted. Picked off by Drew Tranquil. And the Chiefs will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Chiefs offense and Rashee Rice set to take over once more. We're all even, fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. Gray is the motion man here. On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. He'll hit Kelsey quickly on the RPO. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Hunt. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
They'll drop to throw.
Chargers 46
Oh, knocked away. And it's incomplete. Down a big 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ended up being a wasted down.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds.
16-yard line.
The Chargers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start out 1st down and 10. To throw is Herbert. He'll swing this out to Hampton. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it
Shotgun now for Herbert. He'll try to run for it. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
15 yards. And the Chargers first down.
On play action now. Herbert. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Herbert to throw. He'll find an open man. It's Allen. first down after a gain of 7. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. And the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Herbert going to try to throw on third down. And that is incomplete.
When this offense took the field, in their mind, Mike, they want to end this game in regulation. You do not want to play for overtime. But now as this fourth down comes up, I think this coach has a decision to make. Do you remain aggressive and keep the offense on the field and try to end it here? Or do you make the safe play and punt the ball away and settle for overtime?
So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's taken in by Brown. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
Again, 11 on the play. First down,
On first down, it's Mahomes. That one pulled in by Brown. Here is 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second
From the shotgun,
and 7.
it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. So, overtime coming up, and remember the rules now were changed in the offseason. They're the same as the overtime playoff rules. So each team gets to possess the football once. If you score a touchdown on the opening drive, it's no longer a walk-off. The other team can match it. From then on, it's next score wins. Each team gets 3 timeouts. Any defensive score ends the game. All replay challenges come from upstairs, and we play 1 overtime period. If it's still time, that's the way the game ends. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped. But the drive will begin there. The Chiefs offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Trying to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Start on the ground. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. They face 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Left side, it's caught by Brown. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Pick this one up on the ground. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
It's a loss of
Well, this
2
seems
yards.
pretty straightforward. 3rd and 1, just dial up a run play and run straight downhill. But this defense had other plans. They were ready and expecting that run, and they're able to take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Chargers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Herbert. That's going to be incomplete. Herbert's very stout. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Herbert. This one intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie. And he is going to score. It's a shocking finish here in overtime. This game is over.
Number 1 rule, throwing the ball out to the boundary, Mike. You can't be late with the ball, because when you do, that's exactly what happens. Corner does a great job breaking in front, catches it in stride, and He could have just walked into the end zone. There was nobody in front of him.
So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. And they get a small measure of revenge here, defeating the Eagles, this time in this Super Bowl rematch. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. A game to remember for the folks here in Brazil as we say so long from Sao Paulo.